What's going on YouTube? Yo Kel here. Look, I'm back again with another video, and this time we're gonna take this diff and we're gonna put it in the competition car. So if you want to learn more, keep listening. We're gonna put a new diff in, and hopefully we can change the attitude of the car. Check it out. Okay, so the reason why we would want to change the diff in this car is because we want the car to feel a certain way. So on smaller tracks, in my specific setup, the smaller gear ratio is going to do a lot better versus the bigger ratio that we have in it. So currently right now we run a 3.53, which, don't get me wrong, it's still good, but it's not as good as the 3.35 in that specific scenario. So when we go to a track like TMS where we enter at 100 miles an hour, the 3.53 does absolutely perfect. I can be in fourth gear. I don't have to change it until after we go into the sweeper. Then I can go from fourth to third. It's really easy because I'll do an e-brake pull, and then after that e-brake pull, it's like clutch, third gear, and then I can ride that. We have like a, what's it called? Like a sweeper kinda. It's like a small sweeper, but third gear is perfect. That works absolutely great on that with this car. But in smaller tracks, we're having issues where when I have to go down to third gear, I'm running out of gear. So what this will do with the 3.35, it's gonna give me more room in that third gear, and that's what I'm looking for. So it's gonna be the perfect test weekend to be able to put this in the car and then bring it to a track that I know the way they're gonna set the track in San Antonio this weekend, that it's gonna be a small track. So this is more of a test for us to see how this will work, but I'm pretty sure from the calculations that I did personally with the tire size I run, with wheel size I run, and my gear ratio, this should be a asset for us. So we're gonna see how that works out. So let's go ahead and get an install, and then after this video, we're gonna post more of how that test went. But let's go ahead and get this installed in the car. Okay, so now we're on to taking the drive shaft off. The drive shaft pretty much has 4 bolts, one here, and then 2 on the other side. So we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the drive shaft and pull that out of there so we can start to get this removed. Okay, so now that we have the drive shaft disconnected, now we need to go ahead and disconnect both of the CV axles. So you can see this one. This one has 6 bolts and nuts that we have to loosen, so we're gonna go ahead and do that now. So now that we have the axle shafts separated, now we can go ahead and disconnect the one rear bolt that we have holding it in place to the mount, and then the 2 front. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. Okay, so I'm not gonna say this was an easy task by myself, but I didn't want to remove the exhaust to hang it lower to be able to pull the drive shaft out. So I was trying to just fight with it and deal with it. But successfully enough, the diff's out, so we're good. And I had to change this because what was on it before was it had like a 3-point and had like a prong sticking out because it was from the actual G35 automatic, if I'm not mistaken. But that's out, and I'm just going to swap these over and put this one on that, and then I'm going to have to cut this because on the other one it doesn't have this right here. So this is non-existent. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to pull it completely out and then change that shaft. But since this just slides right over, all I'm gonna do is just cut this section out. So if I cut that out, it's just gonna bolt up like normal. Once I torque the, I don't know, where the drive shaft meets the differential, as long as I torque that down correctly, we should have no problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on that now. I'm more than likely not gonna finish it, and we're gonna start in the next day within now. Okay, so it's the next day, and now it's time to go ahead and get the new diff installed into the car. I've already took care of the process of siliconing the cover as well as filling it with fluid, so I wouldn't have to do it whenever it was in the car. So let's go ahead and bolt this thing in. So much for a simple install. It wasn't simple at all. Like, it was pretty much straightforward, but it wasn't simple because I've had to go to AutoZone 3 times today. I had to stop from last night because I didn't get to finish it because I had to go to AutoZone, and it's just been crazy. But hey, it's fun. I love it. It gives me something to do on my off day. But other than that, oh yeah, I dropped the diff on my finger. I don't know if you can see that. See if I can get a focus. Hopefully you can see that. Maybe, maybe not. There is like a little chunk missing from my finger. Like, it's crazy. Like, I was lifting it up. It was on the jack, and I lifted like the jack to go up a little bit, and it tilted, and I tried to catch it, and I'm under the car laying down, and it literally just landed on my thumb. And yep, that's pretty much it. I lost a piece of my thumb, kind of, sort of, but it's all good. It is what it is. That's part of that blood, sweat, and tears, right? So I didn't cry today, so we're good. We're good. But other than that, man, I appreciate all you guys out there watching. That's going to conclude this video. We will be testing this weekend on this new diff to see how it does on a smaller track. So hopefully it's ideal for exactly what we're looking for. So we shall see. But thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.